What's happening, people? What's going on? Hold on. Let me see if I can put this here in the light right there. Um, I want to do this video over. But first, I want to read some stuff that I wrote. But I'm not gonna be able to read it all because I got to finish writing it. I got to go back into the comment section and finish writing it up. Did Christopher Columbus really discover America? Let's read a little note piece right here, and let's do that. Number one, he's famous for discovering the New World, but did Columbus actually set foot in North America? Exploring Christopher Columbus in 1451 through 1506 is known for his 1492 discovery of the New World of Americans on board his ship Saint Mary. In actual fact, Columbus did not discover North America. Okay, I kind of heard that before. You see what I'm saying? It is an annual a holiday that commemorates the day on. Let's read that again. It is an annual holiday that commemorates the day on October the 21st, 1492, when the Italian explorer Christopher Columbus officially set foot in the Americans and claimed the land for Spain. It has been a national holiday in the United States since 1937. That's interesting. Okay. I don't know if this word is Arison or what. I don't know. I don't know what that is. But I'm gonna try to get something simple so that just basically give our people the basics. What are three interesting facts about Christopher Columbus? 10 things you may not know about Christopher Columbus. Number one, Columbus didn't set out to prove the earth was round. Okay. Columbus was likely not the first European to cross the Atlantic Ocean. I can say I can accept that one because you had the Spaniards conquered the Mexicans, you had the French, they conquered the French, they conquered the Haitians. That's why they call Haiti, because French, that was the name that the Frenchman came when they conquered Haiti, and that's why they named it Haitian, because it means some kind of word hell. You know what I mean? And so that's why that's a label that was put up on the Haitian, because the Haitians, which is the so-called Native American, they was conquered. That's where that word Creole come in at, because Creole means a slave born in the master's house or a slave born in Louisiana. So the name Creole also means the free people of color, who was like they was considered part of the like the empire of French. So Creole have a lot in common with Haitian. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of when French conquered when French conquered Haiti, then the Frenchmen they came to and conquered. They took some kind of way. They took the land in Louisiana, and then Spain had a treaty, had a trade with Louisiana, and French and Louisiana. Basically, the reason why they call it the slave trade is because they was like Spain and French was like they was selling the slaves back and forth French sold the Haitians the Louisiana Purchase to Spain in 18, I think it's like 18, uh, 1819, 1816. I can't remember. Something like that. It says Columbus likely was likely not the first European to cross the. Okay, I read that. Three centuries refused to back Columbus nine, nine, ninth. Okay, what's it? Okay, I don't know what that is. That down at the bottom, but the actual names of two of the Columbus three ships. What is Columbus most remembered for? He is famous for discovering the New World. I read that already. So, what was American before 1492? Before 1492, modern day Mexico, most of Central America, and the southwestern United States comprise an area known as the Middle Americans. Never, okay, that's interesting. I never got that before. But now, the people, that's how you get Colombia. Colombia, when they conquered the Christopher Columbus conquered that land. Let's go into the Bible. Let's go to it'll bring it out more clearly. Let's go to Psalm 49 and 11. It's going to help bring out so that people can understand where I'm coming from with this Christopher Columbus thing. I want to sum it up like this with the Bible. Psalm 49, verse 11. Their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. It says they call their lands after their own names. How did the Indians get to America? Um, Scientists have found that the Native American population from Canada to the southern tip of, child uh, arose from at least three immigrants, with the majority descended entirely from a single group of first American immigrants that crossed over through the Bulgarian, a land bridge between Asia and America that exists during the whatever, you know what I'm saying. How did Indians get to America? Okay. How did the Indians get to America? How, what did natives call America? It's basically how many Native Americans were killed. Okay, the reason why I'm doing it like this is because I don't want to be putting this reading on here any kind of way. But We do know that what I'm reading here, Columbia's, based upon this, he was not the first European. You see what I'm saying? Let's look at this here. Who conquered Haiti?
According to Encyclopedia Britannica, Napoleon sent General Charles Leclerc to overthrow him and restore French rule, but Haitians, led by Jean-Jacques Dessalines and Henry Christophe, prevailed over the French, and Dessalines declared Haiti independent in 1804.
Okay, in 1804, this declaring Haitians in independence in 1804. Okay. When did French overtake Haiti? In 1697, after decades of fighting over the territory. Dang. And fighting over the territory. The Spanish ceded the western part of the island to the French, who henceforth called it Saint Demagon. That's true. What country ruled over Haiti? Haitian, whose population is mostly entirely descended from African slaves, won independence from France in 1804. Okay, I said something like that earlier. Didn't I say that? It makes it making it the second country in the American after the United States to free itself from the colonial rule. Okay. What was Haiti called before? That's interesting. Prior to its independence, Haiti was a French colony known as Saint Demagon. Saint Demagon slave base sugar and coffee industry. Okay, this is probably the reason why the Creoles like to drink coffee, has been fast growing and successful. And by the 1760s, it had become the most, I don't know if that's proof table colony in America. I don't know what the hell that is, but I'm doing the best I can because I'm trying to get this truth out. But we have to realize that our people was very well conquered. It was. Our people was very well conquered. Hold on, wait a minute. No, this was nice. This is a video that I want to bring to people. I really want to bring this to our people's attention. So let me upload this here and let's see how I'm done with this video here. If it's done okay, I'm gonna keep it up because I'm trying to understand the words. Because I don't. The reason why I was slowing up and reading the words is not because I don't want to put it out there. It's because I want to make sure that the information, what I'm is right when I put it out there for the people. I don't want to be stumbling and this and that and the third, and people not getting like, what the hell is he talking? What if you know what I'm saying? What is he saying? What is this? You know, I don't want them like, well, if he didn't know, don't understand what he's trying to break down, why would he put it out in the public figure like that? You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to do. You see what I'm saying? So back in the day, I'm trying to enhance my comprehension, and I'm trying to enhance my reading and stuff like that because it was a problem for me back in the day when I was going to school and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? But I'm working on it to try to get better at it. You see what I'm saying? And but at the same time, um, I'm going to open up some things, and I want to try to quote from this here because we have to understand that when we live in America here, we're living over here. And if I did a video earlier and I hated to delete it because I felt like the reading was fucked up. So the way I just didn't like the way I was pronouncing it. And if something wasn't right, if the pronunciation wasn't right or something like that, and see, all of these things, I would say it's a so-called white man's fault because now some people gonna say that's dumb for me to say that. A lot of people gonna say that, but they are in control and they control everything. They control the education. Think about it. Listen to this here. When white people, when so-called white people, when their kids come out the womb and their kids is fucked up and can't read, write, or spell, and immediately when they get old enough, like 2 and 3, they send their kids off to school. Their kids already have money saved up, the grants that it be paid off already. All they have to do is just go to school, and that's the way it is for the so-called white kid. But the thing about the so-called white man, do you think they're going to teach us who we are according to the Bible? Do you think they really going to act the fool? No. Do you think they really going to play themselves and tell you the truth? No, they're not going to do that. They will never tell a so-called black person that you are the greatest people on the planet. They will never tell us, or they will never tell you that you and I, that we supposedly are the real Jews according to the Bible. They ain't gonna tell you that. They're not gonna tell you it's a possibility that you lost your inheritance through this, and here's your nationality. They are not going to do that. They is not going to tell you that. They would not go to the so-called police officer that works on the police force, and he got black people work there. They will never tell those people that you are the real Jews according to the Bible. They are not going to do that. That should piss y'all off when y'all think about that. They know that. They ain't gonna never tell you about Christopher Columbus. Their forefathers went and conquered our people all over in Puerto Rico, calling them Puerto Rican, stripping them of their nationality, the tribe of Ephraim, and calling them poor because they went over there and they took them people's gold and everything. They will never tell you that. Just like these pastors, they is not going to get in the Bible and they're going to refuse. They're not going to tell you that the Bible was not talking about money. They're not going to tell you that. They're afraid to tell you that. They're not going to read Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22, where it says, this is a people robbed and spoiled. They're not going to read that to you. They're not going to read that to you. They're not going to read Genesis chapter 7 and 11, where it's breaking down I will open you up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing. They're not going to read that it was that the tithing and offering was dealing with the crops. No, they're not going to take time and go and read that in Deuteronomy chapter 14 and 15. No, they're not going to read that. They're not going to read the context of none of those scriptures. They just going to read the shit. Excuse me. They just going to read it. And I'm talking like this because it pisses me. It just makes you mad when people lie to you. You see what I'm saying? It really does. It pisses you off when people just lie to you. You know what I'm saying? And then what pisses you off even more so, our people fall for this shit. They fall for it. They fall for the lies. They fall for the lies and still refuse to get up and do their research. And the research is right here in our face. When you tell them Christopher Columbus, new video, Christopher Columbus in 1492 discovered that he really discovered America, they don't even want to take time to even, when you oppose it to them as a question, they look at you stupid when you sit up there and you tell them, do your damn research for your damn self. This is what our people do. They want to sit up there and say, you trying to argue them and push a damn religion on you. The so-called white man gave you a damn religion. The white man gave you a religion. God didn't give you no religion. The white man, the so-called white man gave you a religion. They refuse to look at the context and to see what this is actually talking about. You go and you read Psalm 49:11, where it says they meant their inward talks is that their houses will continue forever. They call their lands after their own land, after their own names. How did the French conquer? How did Haitians get conquered? They got conquered by the French. The Mexicans was conquered by the Spaniards. When you present this information to them, they sit there and look at you like you throw it off and you crazy. They look at you like you crazy. But I'm the demon though. But I'm telling you to go search your nationality. Our people is ignorant. Just they just love being ignorant. Look what the Bible says here in Job chapter 30 and verse 6. To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and the rocks, amongst the bushes, they be bewrayed under the nets. They were gathered together. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. They were valuer than the earth. They were children of fools, yea, children of base men. That's what they are. They were valuer than the earth. And now wait a minute, and now am I their son? Yea, I am their byword. The so-called, they telling you, I am their byword. I'm their byword. I call themselves after me, and they believe it. They abhor me. They flee far from me, and spare not to spit in my face, because he had lost my cord and afflicted me. They have also let loose the bride before me. Upon my right hand raise the youth. They push away my feet, and they raise up against me the ways of their destruction. Their mirror my path. They mirror my path. They set forward my calamity. They have no helper. They came upon me as a wide breaking in of waters in the desolation. They rolled themselves upon me. But the main parts that I wanted to read: to dwell in the cliffs of the rocks, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks. That's where the so-called Caucasian people come from. Look what it says in Job chapter 30, verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in a decisions, whose fathers I would have disdain to set with the dogs of my flock. The Most High said he disdained. He don't even trust Esau out there with his dogs. You see what I'm saying? We hear all these things, but it's doing us no good if we don't want to take heed to them. They came upon me as a wide breaking in of waters in the desolation. They rolled themselves upon me. Terrors are turned upon me. They pursue my soul as wind, and my welfare passes away as a cold. And now my soul is poured out upon me. The days of affliction have taken hold on me. That's Job pouring out his prayer. Now they would rather sit up in there and feed themselves off of the white man's lies. That's what they'd rather do. They'd rather blast the news on that than to blast their ass in doing research on the inheritance. Word about the storms of this world. Word about the Most High sending all these storms. He using man. He using the so-called white man is to do it. And then our people don't want to come to repentance, bro. They are. Now, another thing that I want to talk about, I talked about Christopher Columbus earlier, and our people, you know what? I think this is the devil. Look what they're doing. They playing that damn music, trying to make the music come in. Because I told them that they spam me for copyright. So you know what? I kind of believe in my spirit that they're doing this on purpose. I really do, so that the people can give me copyright on this video, so this video won't stay up. So I know what the devil is doing. He's working. That's what he's doing. I already know what's going on. Let me show you why I said that. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna read to y'all why I'm saying what I'm saying. The enemy is pissed off because he don't want this truth to come out. Let's read this in. St. Mark chapter 4 and 14. The sower soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who when they have heard the word immediately receive it with gladness, and have no root within themselves. See, they don't have no root. That's why they fade away like that. They have no root. They have no root within themselves. So endures but for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution arise for the world's sake, immediately they are offended. They are offended. They get offended over the word. I mean, they don't want to hear it. They get mad. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this world. Ain't the news? Don't they watch the news more than anything? The cares of this world, that's part of it. The news, watching the news, keeping up with the episode of the news, but you ain't doing your research. And the cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of other things, like other things like the news, entered in and choked the word, and it became unfruitful. Choked it. They choked it out of their line, bro. That's what's going on. And it said, these are they which sows among thorns, such as hear the word, and the cares of this life and the riches. Let's go back up. And have no root within themselves, so endure but for a time. Afterward, when affliction or persecution arise for the world's sake, immediately they are offended. Let me look up the definition of offended. Let's look up that up. What is the definition of offended according to biblical terms? I don't know. I might have said too much.
According to Merriam-Webster, 1A, to transgress the moral or divine law. Sin if it be a sin to covet honor. I am the most offending soul alive. William Shakespeare.
Yeah, it means to go against something. What is offended?
Here's the definition of offended: resentful or annoyed, typically as a result of a perceived insult.
No, I don't. Hold on. Yeah, wait a minute. I know this ain't nothing but the damn. Hold on. Resentful or annoying. That's what it means. To be offended. That means they are annoyed by the word. Resentful or annoying, typically as the results of perceiving insults. That means you're insulted by it. You feel insulted by this Bible. When somebody tell you what's right, when it comes to this book, you get offended and you get mad and you don't want to hear it. And what you do is you turn something on to drown it out. That's how you know this book is real. But you'd rather listen to your lying ass pastor sit there and tell you all them bunches of fucking lies. I guess I'm talking like that because I don't know. It just make me mad when somebody lie to me. You know what I mean? I don't like it when people lie to me because that's what people want. They want people to lie to them. They want to be told smooth things, and that's why the Most High God killed the world in Noah's day. God wasn't playing. He ain't gonna play again. He ain't gonna play. We gotta get it, man. What is that? Is that Second Peter or First Peter? I think that's First. I ain't read it. It's been a minute since I actually read it. Okay, here we go. It says, hold on. Yeah, man. The enemy, bro. That's what it was. Didn't I just read that text. The enemy always coming, trying to distract you from what you're saying. Mark 4 and 15, 14. Mark 4 and 14. The sower is the word. And these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. And it said, and the sower is the word. And these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately. That's what happened. They trying to distract this video. Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts. That's what just happened. Every time, even when you trying to speak to your people out in the public, the enemy gonna always come some kind of way and try to take it away from you. Boy, I tell you, the devil hates the truth. They don't want this truth to get out. Yeah, yeah, man, trying to come up in here and this is crazy, bro. It might be. Here we go. Let's read. It might be started in here. 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 2. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken. And through covetousness shall with foreign words make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time in gathering, lingering not in their damnation, stumbles not. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell, and delivered them unto chain of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment, and spared not the old world, but saved Noah, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, and turning the city of Solomon and Gomorrah unto ashes, and condemning them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that afterwards should live ungodly. It's going to happen again. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, for that righteous man dwelleth among them in sin, and hearing and vexing his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the ungodly out of temptation, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. That's right, though. Whereas angels which are gathered in power and might bring not raving accusation against them before the Lord, but these as natural brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed, speaking evil of things that they understand not, shall they utterly perish, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, and shall receive the reward of unrighteousness, as they that commit it pleasure, not rout, in the day when spots they are, and blemishes, spotting themselves with their own deceiving, while they fast with you, having eyes full of adultery, and that cannot cease from sin, beguiling unstable souls in heart. They have exercised with covetous practices, cursed children, which have forsaken the right way. That's it, the right way, and are gone astray, following the way of Balaam. That's talking about Esau, the son of Esau, who loved the wages of unrighteousness. That's the example of what just happened just a minute ago. But was rebuked for his iniquity, the dumb ass speaking with man's voice, forbidding the madness of the prophet. The dumb ass, but was rebuked for his iniquity, the dumb ass speaking with man's voice, forbidding the madness of the prophet. Now, you know what that means? Y'all remember that story when the donkey, God opened up the mouth of the donkey and made that donkey talk? And he said, why have you smite me these 3 times? God, the donkey, is more like the ox knows his own, and ass is a donkey. A donkey is, I think they said it was supposed to be something like a stubborn animal. He was forbidden to hear what the truth. That's what that was. And he's describing us. It's just like donkeys. We don't want it by nature. We don't want it. We don't want that. We don't want to be fed what's right. By nature, we want to go after what Esau is. Go after Balaam and all this different shit. That's why they turn the TV up. So that's what they're trying to do. Fuck up my video so that I can get copyright. I know what they're doing. All right, let me get up out. I know y'all hear that. All right.